Welcome back, folks. It is a wonderful Sunday. I'm Josephine Sage. Let's jump right into the forecast. As we take a look at those weather headlines, we're still looking at temperatures close to those seasonal averages. Now for Grand Junction, that means low to mid 90s during the afternoon hours, and evening hours are low to mid 60s. Montrose and some of those southern areas are actually shy of those seasonal averages by just a couple of degrees, hanging out in those 50s during the evening hours and those mid 80s actually during the afternoon hours. We're finally kind of getting over that hump of warm temperatures in the month of August, and we're going to start decreasing and getting cooler. And we still have that cloud coverage hovering, which is actually going to give us a little bit of a cool off, at least during those afternoon hours, and that chance for rain over those southerly areas is going to give us a little bit of a cool off as well during the early evening hours. And this isn't going to stick around for long. We've got dry air moving on in as soon as Wednesday, especially over Montrose. As we take a look here, we're going to notice there's a little bit of a high pressure ridge that's going to push and cause a little bit of some havoc in those upper atmospheric layers, but there's a low pressure system that's going to move on in, and this is kind of causing that push and tug where we're still going to get some rain, but soon that's going to kind of disappear for us as we get in the middle of the work week as that high pressure takes on over. It is still monsoon season. I want to remind you what that is. It's not just one certain storm. It's not just one certain event. It's actually this collective wet and hot season that we're looking at. It's typically from the middle of June to late September. So right now we are in the bulk of that. We're in the middle of that, and that's why we keep getting these rounds and rounds of storms that are moving on in. And as we take a look at a little bit of some tips for your dogs during monsoon season, keep away from those tick-infested areas, keep away from that dirty water, use protective rain gear for your pups, deworm your dog, keep that outside water bowl clean, and make a cozy thunderstorm safe zone, cozy thunderstorm space in case your dogs are kind of afraid of those loud noises. Now as we take a look at that heat potential, even though we are looking at that rain moving on through, we still have this high pressure system pushing this flow on up through that easternly Colorado area, which is why we're still kind of sticking around those seasonal averages, which, mind you, 92 for this time of year for that high and 62 for that low, and we're hanging out just 1 degree above those at 93 and 63. So really around what we're typically used to. And this is Kona's last day sticking around with me for the dog walking forecast. Please feel free to send me a photo of your dog for the dog walking forecast as well. Now our pollen forecast has shifted just a little bit. We're looking at moderate weeds, low grasses, trees, and mold in terms of those irritations hanging on out. So that hasn't shifted too much, and we can expect that tree grass and mold season to kind of come to a close as we get into the later month of August. Now the extended forecast, folks, is going to show us still that chance for some showers as we get into those weekend days at 94, well, for that high earlier. Monday, 95, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, looking also from those low to mid 90s, with Thursday at the warmest day, 97 for the afternoon high, and those low end temperatures are still hanging out in those mid 60s. Now Montrose, like I said, is just about a few degrees cooler. We're going to notice, but that rain is still sticking around with us at least until Wednesday. And that's not just Montrose. Some of those areas, Alamosa, Durango, Telluride, even those areas like Crested Butte could still be getting some more showers moving on through. Gunnison, perfect for some of those wildfires that's happening. But by the end of Wednesday and into Thursday, we've got dry air moving on in, and that's going to give us sunshine and warmer temps.